Israel sees Iran as its greatest threat. Iran calls Israel an illegitimate state. For decades, these two powers have been locked in one of the most dangerous rivalries in the Middle East. From cyber attacks to proxy wars, their shadow conflict stretches across the region. And today, many analysts warn that this rivalry could one day erupt into a direct confrontation. In our previous documentary, we explored why Iran stands at the center of global tension. From the 1979 revolution to the hostage crisis that shook relations with the United States, Iran's history has shaped the politics of the Middle East for decades. But another question remains: why does Israel see Iran as one of its greatest threats? Before the Iranian Revolution of 1979, Iran and Israel were not enemies. In fact, under the rule of Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, the two countries maintained quiet cooperation. Iran supplied oil to Israel, and both nations shared strategic interests in the region. But everything changed when the revolution reshaped Iran's government and ideology. But everything changed in 1979. Massive protests spread across Iran as millions of people demanded the end of the Shah's rule. After months of unrest, the monarchy collapsed. Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini returned from exile and established the Islamic Republic of Iran. And with it, Iran's foreign policy would change forever. After the revolution, Iran's new leadership adopted a completely different foreign policy. The Islamic Republic openly opposed Israel and declared strong support for the Palestinian cause. Iranian leaders described Israel as an illegitimate state in the region. This shift transformed what had once been quiet cooperation into a growing political and ideological rivalry. Over the years, Iran expanded its influence across the Middle East. One of the most significant developments was its support for Hezbollah in Lebanon. Founded in the early 1980s, Hezbollah grew into a powerful armed group along Israel's northern border. For Israel, this development raised serious security concerns about Iran's growing presence in the region. Another major concern for Israel is Iran's nuclear program. Iranian officials insist the program is intended for peaceful energy purposes. However, Israel and several Western countries fear that it could eventually lead to the development of nuclear weapons. This possibility has made Iran's nuclear ambitions one of the most closely watched issues in global politics. In recent years, the rivalry between Iran and Israel has moved into what analysts call a shadow war. Israel has carried out airstrikes against Iranian targets in Syria. Meanwhile, cyber attacks and covert operations have targeted key infrastructure on both sides. Though neither country is officially at war, their confrontation continues to shape tensions across the Middle East. As tensions between Iran and Israel continue, the entire world watches closely. Diplomats, world leaders, and international organizations remain concerned that the rivalry could escalate further. The Middle East has long been one of the most sensitive regions in global politics, and any direct conflict between Iran and Israel could have consequences far beyond the region. Today, Iran and Israel remain locked in a rivalry that continues to shape the politics of the Middle East. From regional influence to nuclear ambitions, the tension between the two nations has grown into one of the most dangerous standoffs in modern geopolitics. For decades, it was a shadow war, fought through allies, intelligence operations, and silent confrontations across the region. But now the world is witnessing something different. The conflict is no longer hidden in the shadows. It is unfolding in real time. And the question now is no longer if confrontation will happen, but how far it will go. In our next documentary, we explore how the current war between Iran, Israel, and the United States is reshaping the balance of power in the Middle East.